Some members of the cast and crew of Ehis directed movie Boomerang stepped out for its premiere in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. Details in this opening report.
You are welcome to JSS3 class.
Of all allegations of murder leveled against him, he is hereby discharged and acquitted and free to live his life as a free man.
While the issue of child molestation remains predominant, filmmaker Eigbiremolen is bringing the topic to the fore in the form of audio-visual as it debuts the film Boomerang in Lagos, Nigeria.
Just be a God-fearing woman, take the money and get out.
Your dad is a murderer?
Yes, I did.
Cast and crew members step out in stunning outfits for the premiere, inspired by a true-life event of child molestation.
Anyone who helps her will face his wrath.
It was your mother's. She had it on every day of her life.
The one that I sent to America to go and study medicine, and then he became ex-convict.
You that you like to form perfect person in front of your political friends, you want to put me in jail.
Even if the world is crumbling and you're the only one to save me, I still want to go.
I met one of the victims of rape. I met with her, asked her some questions, and the response she gave to me was what inspired the movie. And I also met other victims, and I spoke to them. I mean, though it was one major story, but at least I'm using it to pass a message to people to let them know that this kind of things happen. We cannot just close our eyes to it. Parents expose their children to such situations, and they get molested, and a child of 13 years old that is being molested, the life will never ever be the same again. What could lead to these kind of things, like in this movie rape for example, what could lead to it? I mean, some of us here are parents. We know that the kind of things that we do, we don't allow our children go out and do stuff like that. I mean, that is one valuable lesson we can learn from the movie. And also, I mean, it's entertaining. It's a very unique story. I try to do it in a unique way, in a style that I try to make it different from whatever has been done anywhere in the world before. But by the grace of God, I think we did a good job at that.
Nollywood star Yvonne Jegede, who played the character Bucha, a lawyer, speaks about her role.
So she's street smart, apart from being the fact that she went to Harvard and all that. She has that background, but she's very street smart when it comes to in her local space. So yeah, she's a humanitarian, and she loves to stand for the truth. I think law is a very tough job. With all the you have to learn some big words, and so all that was what. And I did law for my first year in LASU, and I took off because I couldn't cope. So having to play a lawyer this time was like, this thing you're running away from, you have to learn these big words today. So it wasn't tough for me, but yeah, having to memorize those words and those lines and all of that. Yeah, that was just a little bit of my struggle, but aside that, acting-wise and everything was okay.
We were currently trying to get her father released.
Getting into fights and molesting.
Don't mind her, actually.
No interruptions, I wasn't talking to you.
What does that got to do with anything?
One of the good things about this film is the director was the type of director that tells you who the character is and then asks you to understand the needs of it. So he in effect was coaching me, so he brought out the character in there. So I was a caring lawyer, compassionate, and working with this other team of Nigerian lawyers to make sure justice was served.
Boomerang will hit the big screen soon.
It's not Jimo's job. One of you put this kinds of. I'll pull that shit.
I think the son may have been murdered.
And her chief has given his word. Anyone who helps her will face his